What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Deadpool and Wolverine, aka Deadpool 3. So we are 1 week away from the official release date being the 26th, under 1 week away from the UK release being the 25th. Me being from the UK, it's under a week away from me. So the marketing for Deadpool 3 is really heating up to the point where even Mr. Marketing himself, Mr. owns a massive marketing company, makes more money with his marketing company than he ever has done in acting. Mr. Ryan Reynolds turns to his Instagram stories to tease so much. There's been so many subtle little teasers here and there about Deadpool and Wolverine. Even Ryan Reynolds' personal trainer is trying to make you think there's some surprise cameos. So in today's video, we're going to talk about Deadpool and Wolverine. So if you are new around here, what are you doing? Make sure to subscribe to never miss any Marvel DC Kaiju Monsterverse Pop Projects content that I try to cover personally on a daily basis. If you could, subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on, and let me know down below who the frickin' hell is under the Lady Deadpool outfit. Because even some credible scoopers are now trying to say it is Mrs. Blake Lively, aka Mrs. Gossip Girl. Not really, because she wasn't Gossip Girl, was she? That's a spoiler for Gossip Girl, although there was a cheeky pun about Gossip Girl, and there will be one in this movie. Let me know who is under the mask, although I think it'd be better if it didn't reveal. Also, if you could, become a channel member. Really helps the channel. Keep the lights on. Check us out on Instagram to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. And also, it's the best social media platform for me to respond to you. Also, follow us on Twitter. WSTG. Right, let's get into this today's video. So, interesting, because a lot of people now are disputing the fact that there's going to be no Daniel Radcliffe, there's going to be no Henry Cavill, and then all of a sudden, Mr. Don, Ryan Reynolds' personal trainer for years, comes out and says the following. Ryan Reynolds' trainer, Don, tells Sebastian Stan, interesting, he was in Gossip Girl as well. This is a Gossip Girl reunion. No, it's not. Tells Sebastian Stan that he was shocked at how many massive Hollywood stars were on set for Deadpool and Wolverine. At one point, I was in the room, there was like 5 or 6 massive Hollywood stars. Now, it's interesting because we know which ones are 100% confirmed. And when we know who's 100% confirmed, they're not really massive stars. So I'm thinking, who the hell's in this movie? Are the rumors true about the Henry Cavill scene? It's Chris Evans in it. It's Will Stewart in it. It's Robert Downey Jr. really in it. It's really interesting. I know what they're trying to do. Everyone is trying to get the hype train going. And that is why there was no NDA on the first 35 minutes. That literally everybody in the world, if you get to a fan screener, could see they wanted people to talk about it. They wanted creators to talk about what happened in the first 35 minutes. And the marketing's absolutely freaking insane. They've even overlay it right now. They've even got the massive necklace somewhere. It looks like it's in London, but I can't find the exact location. And then a screen pops out. Like, I don't know how much they're spending on marketing, but it is pretty much organic marketing. And obviously physical marketing, to the point where they're revealing a lot, but they're not revealing a lot. I mean, I know the Xbox sucks. It's the worst console ever. They got no actual real video games, but damn. PlayStation release a Deadpool controller because a lot of people would actually buy that controller. So they revealed Lady Deadpool's wig. They also revealed multiple variances of Deadpool in that same shot, to the point where, I mean, you could say there's a Sorcerer Supreme Deadpool, because is it going to be a Sorcerer Supreme Deadpool where the sling ring comes from? We don't know. Cowboy Deadpool, multiple Deadpools galore. So they want people talking about this stuff. But realistically, the Deadpool corpse was in the first 35 minutes, and it did already leak, well, not leak, from the fan screener. I don't actually believe that there are any leaks for this movie, official leaks outside of the first 35 minutes, because they want people talking about it. They want the general audience talking about it. So what did Mr. Ryan Reynolds do? So last night, late here in England, he posted something on his stories. A sling ring with 2 stones on it. I mean, I'm not an Infinity Stone master, but it looks like the same colors as the Time Stone and the Reality Stone. There's some hieroglyphics, some writing below, no idea what that would be. But this has got a lot of people thinking that there's going to be a Sorcerer Supreme Deadpool, or Cassandra Nova, or her cronies have killed some kind of Sorcerer Supreme to get a sling ring. Now we know the sling ring doesn't allow you to skip from one universe to another universe. It just allows you to kind of hop from one place to the next just by the sling ring alone, which is interesting. So a lot of people say because it's got these 2 stones to it that they can go absolutely everywhere, and this is how they're going to end up in the Fox universe or the new X-Men universe or the X-Men universe they introduced at the end of Captain Marvel's movie. And as we know, in the TVA, the Infinity Stones do not do anything. And people are like, yeah, but this is not the TVA. I mean, can you honestly not think for yourself, guys? Really, I've seen everyone on Twitter go, oh my God, this is how they're setting up Avengers versus the X-Men. No, literally, I've told you, regardless to where they end up at the end of the movie, there is going to be a scene, from what I'm told from the most trusted people. The ending scene is them ending up in the X-Men universe, basically. So people seem to think that they're going to end up in the void and they can't escape the void. Okay, I find that cute, right? Because if they can't escape the void, then why is Cassandra Nova still in the void if they can't escape the void? So apparently, the ongoing theory online is, oh my God, now this is how they escape. This is how they escape the void. And this is how they go everywhere. And I'm thinking, could you not use your own mind? This is not how they're going to get to all the other universes. Essentially, Deadpool's going to have the temp pad from the TVA. And that's how he's going to go looking for the Wolverines before he goes rogue and basically ends up in the void. And I don't believe this is how they're going to get to the new universe at all. I just think this is Ryan Reynolds trolling everyone, but I could be wrong. But if they are bringing the Infinity Stones back to capacity where they could work, we know they only work in the universe where they're literally from, because it was established in Loki, the Infinity Stones don't work outside of their respective universe. But most people online, because I do look at what people say on Twitter, I don't follow anyone, but I do look at what people were saying when new information comes out. And I was like, yeah, this is how the Avengers are going to be set up to take out the X-Men. I'm thinking, for one, there is no freaking Avengers. Who are these Avengers you're talking about? They have to be formed first. And they're not going to be formed at the end of this movie because it's not an Avengers movie, bro. I mean, the new Avengers were technically kind of formed at the end of Ant-Man 3. The new Avengers will be formed at the end of Captain Marvel 4, ending scene, stroke post-credit. So yeah, there will be a way to set up the Avengers versus X-Men by the end of said movie, based on the fact that Kevin Feige has also come out and said that the X-Men saga, when it comes to the MCU, starts with Deadpool and Wolverine, because obviously we're going to have a lot of the old Fox X-Men returning or appearing for the first time, maybe Channing Tatum, Gambit, so on and so forth. So yeah, we are building up to an X-Men storyline, which is probably going to start, but is this the way how they're going to go to all the other places? Just because it's got the Reality Stone and Time Stone, but if they're useless and paperweights like they are in the TVA, then it means absolutely nothing. Nothing. He's most likely going to use the temp pad to get to all the places and use a temp pad to try and get back to the TVA and then use some kind of device to go somewhere else. We don't know, but I mean, they do keep showing this scene that it looks like Cassandra Nova has it, and you see they're trying to escape from Alioth, and the portal opens. Whatever this portal scene's going to be, it's going to be interesting. We know in the trailer, we went over the other day, Dogpool, Wolverine, Deadpool end up back at Blind Owl's house, and people seem to think that's not going to be how the movie ends, but that was in one of the original plot leaks that everyone says was fake and was debunked. It turns out to be, I mean, it could be way earlier in the movie, but the fact that there's Dogpool already and Wolverine has the suit on tells you it's going to have to at least be halfway into said movie at least. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I was told the movie ends with Deadpool's universe basically having some kind of incursion. Now, people seem to think the incursion Clea was on about at the end of Doctor Strange 2 was actually on about the incursion that's going to happen Deadpool Wolverine. Now, if that is the case, that would be pretty damn fire. But it's obvious that whatever happens going forward, this movie is going to set up the Avengers taking on the X-Men in some kind of capacity, because it looks like Feige doesn't want to wait till after Secret Wars to set up the X-Men. I don't know if we get in the MCU X-Men. We might be. But now the biggest ongoing rumor online is that Hugh Jackman's going to temporarily be the MCU Wolverine, which Ryan Reynolds did recently say nobody else can play Wolverine, which I fully agree and fully support that claim. No one else can play him because we haven't let anyone else play him. I don't think I would accept anyone being Wolverine other than Hugh Jackman, because Hugh Jackman's just a freaking goat. So it is what it is. So interesting. Let me know. Do you think the sling ring actually works in the capacity that he can't just move from one place to another place in the void to get away from Alioth and Cassandra Nova? Because I really don't think they're going to disappear anywhere close to it at the end of the movie. And I really don't think it's going to be the case that it's the Time Stone and Reality Stone that allows them to do it. Interesting marketing. I think they are absolutely killing the marketing, because sure, they're teasing things here and there, but they haven't showed you any of the massive fights between Cassandra Nova, Deadpool and Wolverine. They've not really shown you much action They're showing you little teasers here and there of slight cameos or slight 5-minute roles, which is interesting. Although they're still keeping a lot of these huge cameos away from people. And Ryan Reynolds' personal trainer for years has said he was in the room with massive stars, 5 or 6 at a time. Who is he on about? We don't know. Find out in just under a week's time. Remember, the review embargo list on the 23rd for full spoilers will be out then. But realistically, probably before then. You know, stuff always leaks. And if it does, I will try and be the first to cover it. That's a joke, but I will cover it. So like always, guys, I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.